This is the Energy Shift Show podcast, where we talk about spirituality and how to live your best life today. All it takes is a shift in perception. Hello, beautiful souls. Deb here, and I'm so excited you're joining me for today's show. As CEO of the Harmonic Sovereignty Studio, my goal with the podcast is to motivate you by sharing insights and also take you along as I speak to knowledgeable people that I have found inspiring to me throughout my years as an energy medicine practitioner and intuitive guide. I cover topics that I'm passionate about, all things under my 3 pillars of attune, anchor, and amplify. Attune into your energy and your inner wisdom to gain clarity on what truly matters for your passion in life and your well-being. Anchoring grounds your insights with practical tools and daily rituals that support sustainable, soul-aligned growth. And amplifying, well, that elevates your impact and vitality by expanding your energy, sharing your gift, and creating lasting change from a place of alignment. Now listen up for this exciting episode to begin. I will read the disclaimer. This podcast and the topics discussed stem from my own curiosity and desire to learn and should never be taken as direct medical advice. I am not a doctor, dietitian, nor any other medical professional. Please always consult your trusted provider regarding your health and your wellness. Hello, welcome back to the Energy Shift Show. I'm your host, Debbie Sodergren. Today we're going to be talking about the consciousness of cravings, spirit, science, and the subconscious. Welcome back to the show. If you're new here, welcome. You landed in the right place at just the right time. Over the past few weeks, there's been a series that I've been doing. We've been exploring the deep connection between food, frequency, and your body's innate wisdom. And today, I want to do something a little different. I want to build a bridge because I know that some of you listening are deeply intuitive. You're deeply spiritual, and this all lands naturally for you. I also know that some of you listening are more scientifically minded, and you're wondering, is there actual research behind any of this? The answer is yes. And today we're going to explore both sides, the neuroscience of cravings and the energetic explanation, and how beautifully they point to the same truth. Let's get started. Let's start with what science tells us about cravings because it is genuinely fascinating. Your gut contains over 100 million neurons. It's often called the second brain, and for a good reason. It produces more than 90% of the body's serotonin. It communicates with your brain via the vagus nerve. It's the constant bi-directional conversation that happens. And here is the key. Much of that communication goes from the gut up to the brain, not the other way around, which means that your gut is not responding to what your brain decides you eat. Your gut is actively shaping what your brain wants. Your cravings originate in the body. They travel up to the brain and get interpreted as desire. The body is leading. The brain is just the translator. Science also tells us that the subconscious mind runs approximately 95% of our daily behaviors. That includes eating behavior. That includes cravings, which means the vast majority of what you reach for is not a conscious, rational decision. It's being driven by subconscious programming. by beliefs, memories, emotional associations, and patterns stored deep in the nervous system. So, when you have a craving, you're not just experiencing a random hunger signal. You are experiencing the output of a highly complex system, your gut intelligence, your subconscious mind, your nervous system, and your energetic body, all sending a coordinated message. Woo! That blew my mind, and my gut, and my emotions. So here's where it gets extraordinary. Because everything that neuroscience is describing, the gut-brain connection, the subconscious patterns driving the behavior, the body's intelligence leading the mind, is exactly what energy medicine has been saying for thousands of years. In energy medicine, we know that the body holds memory, not just in the mind, but in the tissue, in the organs, in the energetic field. Unprocessed emotions do not just disappear. They get stored. And they influence your behavior, including what you eat and when and why. Techniques like theta healing or EFT, which are core to Lainey Wolkin's work at SIFT, work directly with the subconscious, the body-held programming. They allow us to go beneath the surface level of a craving and ask, what belief is this craving protecting? What emotion is it trying to manage? What memory is it responding to? And this is where the consciousness piece comes in. When we bring in our awareness, genuine, compassionate, curious consciousness, when we bring it to a craving, we change our relationship to it entirely. We are no longer at the mercy of an unconscious impulse. We are in dialogue with our own intelligence. The Food Healing Oracle deck is one of the most elegant tools that I have found for this work. Pulling a card in a moment of craving is an act of bringing consciousness to something that usually happens unconsciously. It creates a pause. It creates a question. It invites your higher intelligence into a conversation that usually just runs on autopilot. Spirit and science are not opposites. They are two different languages describing the same intelligence, and that intelligence lives in you. I know, cool stuff, right? That's why I'm coming to you and giving you this information these past few weeks in 10-minute bite sizes so you can chew on them and you can digest them. So this week, I want to invite you into a subconscious inquiry practice. This is super simple. It's powerful, and you can do it anywhere. The next time a craving arises, instead of immediately acting on it, gently place your hand on your stomach, on your gut, and ask, what are you telling me? What do you need that is not about the food? Then, I want you to sit. Sit and be open to receiving the answer, at least for the next 60 seconds. Let it percolate, let it come to the surface. This is a new routine. We need to make time for it. You might feel some emotion arise. That's okay. You might get an image, a word, a memory. You might feel a sudden clarity about something completely unrelated to food. That is your subconscious speaking, my friend. That is your body's consciousness offering you a deeper truth. You do not have to fix it or solve it or immediately do something about it. Just witnessing it, acknowledging it, begins to shift the pattern. And if you're ready to go deeper into clearing the subconscious patterns that are running your relationship with food and your body, let's talk. My complimentary energy session is available at harmonicsovereignty.com. This is where we start to see the whole picture of what your energy field is holding and what is ready to be released. You are so much more than a body with cravings. You are a conscious, multidimensional being whose body is constantly in conversation with your soul. And every craving is part of that conversation. Now, next week is our final episode in this series. And it's one that I've been so excited to share with you. We're going to go into the 5 elements and their frequencies and how working with the elements through food can completely recalibrate your energy system. It's an ancient wisdom and it's deeply practical. And it is absolutely beautiful. So, I hope that this filled you up today. I want to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in. If you felt the impact of this, in your body, in your brain, in your soul, please share this with somebody. Like it, leave a message. I would love to hear from you. And more importantly, as you go into your week, stay in your frequency. So thank you again for tuning in today. And until next time, bye for now. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed this episode and it aligned with your frequency and the goal of living your best life, you can connect with me at harmonicsovereignty.com or debbiesodegren.com. Check out my YouTube channel, Debbie Sodegren. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Harmonic Sovereignty Studio. I invite you to send me your questions or comments or just say hello on social media or email me at debbiesodegren@gmail.com. And remember, a shift in perception is sometimes all it takes for you